Welcome everybody. Give me a little bit to set up here. What's up? Welcome. Vicky, can you send me the information about that suspect if you have it? What's up everybody? Welcome to the live stream. I'm doing a bit of a test. This is a new feature that I'm using where it's like an instant live stream where I don't go through all the malarkey of setting a time, yada yada, just boom, we're there. And so I've never done this feature on Streamlabs, and it seems to work good. So thank you guys for coming. We're going to watch some of the video of this attempted kidnapping in Pensacola, Florida, West Pensacola. This shit's wild to me. The guy that did this shit, like he's just out there. Vicky, if you can DM me maybe on Facebook, or I don't know if Flossie's around. If Flossie can get me the information. Somebody get me the information. If the guy has been caught, send it to me because then we need to put this guy's face out there and we need to expose these people. And I'm done with the bond shit too. Fuck the bonds. Fuck the liberals and their bonds. These people need to be locked away and kept in a secured place where they'll be harassed, maybe raped. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, we're YouTube good. We're Facebook good. All right. And I'm going to open up my inbox real quick too in case somebody messages me. So we'll start with the story. By the way, it's always a by the way, right? By the way. Thank you for all the likes. Welcome to the dark side. How can we do this? La 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 la. Hey! La 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 la. Thank you, Crystal. How do you like that? I think that's worth the donation, right? La 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 la. So this situation happened in Pensacola, Florida. La 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 la. Oh, la, wow. La 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 la. Oh my god. Thank you, Joe. Let me get into the and I appreciate it because YouTube already demonetized this. I'm not sure how it works with other creators. They can put kill, murder, rape in the title and it's monetized. They can talk about bitches, hoes, and whatever and degrade each other all day long. It's monetized. You can dox, harass, rape, whatever. It's monetized. Talking about a topic? Demonetized. Okay, so I got my inbox going. Okay, Facebook inbox. All my messages are open. Okay. So if this guy has been captured, send me the information when you have a chance. Let's start off with this. So let me give you a little bit of the back. What's the best screen? It's all jacked up. Let's do this one. Okay, so there was an 11-year-old girl. Okay, this happened on Tuesday, 7 in the morning. She was at her bus stop, and this guy tried to snatch her. Now, there was surveillance video that shows the 11-year-old's brave escape from the man who may have been watching her for 2 weeks. Can we talk about that? 2 weeks. These people have all the time in the world. scouting it out, watching. 2 weeks. In a press conference Tuesday night, we're going to watch the press conference. The sheriff said they were able to get multiple images and videos of the suspect from area businesses, which helped lead to his arrest. This guy, to me, this dude looks thirsty as hell. Like, I could tell the way he ran out of his car and like he like tried to pick up his pants. His pants was sagging. I don't know why these people with the sagging pants. Pull your pants up, and if you're going to do some shit, put a belt on or something. It'd probably help you in your crime, right? The people, I mean, I don't know. You can't help them. So this happened Tuesday morning around 7 a.m. on Old Corry Field Road and Perdido Street. And there was a video that shows the white Dodge Journey pull onto the street next to the girl. About 90 seconds later, the vehicle comes back down the street and stops. A man jumps out, grabs the girl, as her bag is thrown several feet away. As the man tries to drag the girl back into the vehicle, she can be seen struggling as he stumbles, and they both fall. The man gets up and runs back to his vehicle. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe and Crystal. Crystal said, "You're awesome, Mel." Thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming through. And so we're going to watch the video. This is the weirdo. I mean, I can only, you know what? Since I'm getting the the super chats, fuck it. Fuck the monetization, right? There was a video that I made not too long ago about, well, shit. So they both fall and he runs in the opposite direction. He's a Hispanic male around his 30s or 40s and was armed with a knife. After the suspect was placed in custody, he's caught. The sheriff said they realized part of the vehicle he was driving had been freshly painted, possibly in an attempt to evade capture. The sheriff said the man still had some blue gloop on him, which the victim wiped on him when he attacked. The sheriff said they're not releasing the suspect's name because we got to protect the criminals, the abusers, and the pedophiles. We're not going to release the suspect's name. They're still investigating the charges. Had not been filed. However, they believe the suspect had a lengthy history that includes abuse of child. And we're just going to protect the child abusers. We're going to give them bonds and short terms. We're not going to put his name out. And a lengthy history that includes abuse of a child. You can do this shit for years and it's acceptable in society. You have a bag of weed? Oh, you're outcasted. You're done. Rape a child? Oh, well, let's see what we can do for you, right? Investigators, I'm ranting. I think I'm going to go on a rant. I think I'm going to go on a rant tonight. I might go on a rant. Investigators say 2 weeks before the incident, get this shit. Here's the kicker to this whole fucking story. Investigators say 2 weeks before. I think the super chat is kind of a good way to like balance me out from going too haywire, because as I'm ranting and I'm going crazy, then it's like me like la 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 la. I was like, chill out. So investigators say 2 weeks before the incident, the girl reported to her principal. So she reported this shit 2 weeks prior to the principal that a man in a white vehicle had pulled up to her bus stop and talked to her. It was unclear if the man who tried to kidnap the girl on May 18th was the same man. Take a wild guess. My assumption and common sense, it probably was. And you guys didn't do shit for 2 weeks. And I also wonder, did the parents know and where the parents at? And kudos to the person who had this camera. We all need to get these cameras installed. The Ring, actually a friend of mine, Laz, he showed me another one. Some China product that's cheaper, that still records, and it gets you, if you don't want to pay this subscription, you can just get this whatever product and you can still record. We all need to get these cameras. So let's start off with this first video clip, and then we're gonna get into it. Hey Kevin, what's up? Katie, Brandy, Kathy, Jason. Oh, yo, and I need to shout out Bieber. Leave It to Bieber. Thank you so much for sending me this link and this video on Facebook, because I wouldn't have known about this or covered it if it wasn't for you messaging me. So Leave It to Bieber. You can find Leave It to Bieber on YouTube. Type in Leave It to Bieber. And she's a good person. I mean, I talk to her every now and then. We message. Good person. Genuine. And she sent me the link about this story. And so thank you, Bieber. Which, by the way, I wasn't even going to do a live stream tonight. I was actually going to do a video. And hold on a second. Is that weird? Hey, what's up, iCkEdMeL? Welcome to the channel. I was going to record a video and I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to come on live. But check it out. Just real quick. Thank you for stopping by. And I have a brief but interesting video for you. Leave It to Bieber sent me this link. So definitely go check out her channel. I'm going to put the link down below and I'll show you the spelling of her name. Thank you, Bieber, for sending me this. This is, just so you know, even before the live stream, I was going to shout you out, Bieber. Respect and thank you. So let's check out the video.
Back in the news, remember in Manatee County, it is now the target of a lawsuit over last month's release of millions of gallons of nutrient.
Nope, that's not the video. Let's refresh the page. Here we go. Try again. Hold on. I feel like for this one, I'm going to take the chat off the screen so we can all watch what's going on here. Now, let me take it back. So this is this guy's vehicle. This dude is desperate, thirsty, and you got to have a small dick to be doing this kind of shit. Limp, you can't get it up, and so you're doing this kind of shit. And the way he's running, check this out. He's picking up his pants. He's trying to grab her, yoke her bag fall. Look at this shit. A grown man struggling with an 11-year-old. And by the way, kudos to this girl that fought back, because everybody handles these types of situations differently, and hindsight is always 20/20. I'm sure there's plenty of kids or girls had a man run up to them, maybe they would have just complied or stayed quiet or whatever. She fought back, and this guy's a little coward and a prick. Yo, look how he's running. Who runs like that? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Picking up his pants again. I can't stand these people. Get a fucking belt. Pull your pants up. He's probably done this before, and he's desperate and thirsty, yo. Like you're on a binge. Can't be your first time. He gets in his car and speeds off. So really quick too, context, right? At the top here it says, you might not be able to see it, 90 seconds earlier. So now it's rewinding. And they're showing us what happened a little bit before. I mean, there's cars driving on this shit. It doesn't seem like it's such a road that there's nobody else there. There's cars driving by. These people are doing this shit in the daylight. They're fucking bold with it. Sketch van, and it's not the sketch van that did it. Sketch van driving by. Pulls up. She's kind of looking too, like, what the fuck? Like, what about the motherfucker? Weird motherfucker. Look at him running. Thirsty, desperate. Can we? Well, they say he was caught. I guess he gave up. Let me take it back. Comes out of the vehicle. Just running. Bro, this guy, he shouldn't be existing on the plane of the earth right now. That's so disgusting. There's no excuse for this shit. I don't give a fuck. No mental health, nothing. What do you got to say about this? And then he speeds off. Yo, you know he's a nut. Look how he's driving. He's a nut. I bet you got a wife and kids too, right? I bet you he has a wife and kids, and he probably goes to church. He's probably a pastor. I'm joking about the pastor thing because he's probably not, but there has been pastors that have been caught. So kudos to that 11-year-old girl. Yo, we need to be vigilant. Like it's no fucking joke. Supposedly he was caught. I'm gonna play this. There's the sheriff.
Old Piney Point phosphate plant back in the news. Remember?
Shut up. The sheriff made an announcement, and so we're gonna listen to that now. It's like 12 minutes long, and it says that he was caught. Let's see here. Yeah. It says after the suspect was placed in custody, the sheriff said they realized part of the vehicle he was driving had been freshly painted. He knows what he's doing. It's not no first time shit. The sheriff said they're not releasing the suspect's name because they were still investigating and the charges had not been filed. However, they believe the suspect has a lengthy history that includes abuse of a child. You can abuse a child and just walk out. Whatever. Just walk right out. And it's believed that the guy might have been watching for 2 weeks. She reported it to the principal. What did the principal do? And did she tell her parents? Nobody took her serious, is what it seems like to me. You literally got to be... You could warn the people at the school. I'm assuming, I don't know. If you're telling the principal, you're probably telling your parents. I'm assuming that shit. I don't know. And nobody takes you seriously. You have to be kidnapped, killed, and raped or whatever for somebody to take you serious. So let's check this out, what the sheriff has to say.
Good evening. We are here to announce that we have caught the animal that tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl this morning.
And thank you for saying animal. I'm not sure when the word animal became an offensive. Because I remember with these people with Miami, when they came to Miami, they started acting like animals. These people are animals. People like this, I put them in the same category. You're all animals.
At about 7 o'clock this morning, a white van pulled up to an 11-year-old girl, stopped the van, looked around, and then a man left that vehicle, ran towards the 11-year-old victim.
That's true.
With something.
Katie, facts. So he says animal, but won't name him. Facts. That's true. Facts.
In his hand that was reported to be a knife.
Facts.
He grabbed her, picked her up, and tried to carry her into that van. She fought, and she fought, and she fought, until finally she was able to break free from her would-be captor. We inundated the area with law enforcement as soon as we got the call. We had detectives.
That's true. I have animal lover friends. When he said, do not call him an animal. Animals are precious. It can't be disrespectful to the animals. That's true.
In plain clothes, we had uniformed deputies. We went house to house. We're searching for surveillance video. We're searching for any witnesses in the area.
That's true, Betty.
We
You're
had
right.
a dangerous felon on the loose. We were able to finally, through these investigative efforts, identify the vehicle that was reported in the video that you saw, also get a tag number. We had several locations where we thought that this suspect would be. One was 211 Betty Road. When we got to 211 Betty Road, we were able to see that van, and we also arrested the suspect. I'm going to withhold the suspect's name for right now.
Oh, come on with the bullshit. I will tell
you that
I'm so tired of these people. We're going to withhold the suspect. I don't, these people put everybody else out on blast. You can attempt to kidnap a child, and by their own admission to the news article, have a lengthy history of child abuse. And it's like, well, we're not going to put his name out. How does that make sense? Like with these types of situations, I feel like we need to go back to the old days. Like, what do they do back in the days? They put them on a stake and they burn them in front of the community and shit.
That van had been freshly painted. If you recall this morning, I talked about a silver bumper on the front of that van. Well, clearly this had been painted black, but you could tell it smelled like fresh paint and it ran like fresh paint.
And what kind of place is this in Florida? These people are so soft. Pensacola must be a soft ass place. They don't mention the person's name. You can like, the thing with this, there's no fucking question. I don't know, maybe, whatever. No, it's on video. The guy has probably been stalking this little girl for 2 weeks. They give the criminal, the perpetrator, the pedophile, the benefit of the doubt, even though he has a long ass history of child abuse, according to these people. Amazing. You're an embarrassment. What kind of place is Pensacola? Soft. What the hell is that, yeah?
We obtained pictures from today, various pictures of this suspect in
Send me the pictures, Joe.
convenience stores.
Anybody got
and
it?
in those photographs,
Let's find this shit.
the suspect is wearing the same clothes that he's wearing during this attempted abduction. The victim at the time of the attempted abduction was playing with blue slime as a toy. She had blue slime and it was all in her hands. The suspect, when we caught him, had blue slime all over his own arms. So as you can see, our investigators have been very busy all day, tracking the vehicle, obtaining the tag, getting the addresses, gathering evidence, and then making the arrest on a 30-year-old male. And this 30-year-old male will be charged with attempted kidnapping, with aggravated assault with a knife.
That's it? What else?
This 30-year-old male has an extensive criminal history, including but not limited to sexual offenses with a child. We're still looking at the history. It is again.
Yo, you should be embarrassed. Who the fuck is Chip West Simmons? He has an extensive history, child abuse, yada, yada, yada. But we're not going to put his name out. What? Erica, thank you so much for the stars. That's Erica from Pink Justice. Gotta hang out with you, crazy woman, sometime again. I had a good time. Well, I mean, it was eye-opening. Honestly, Erica, I think part of the reason why I do the crazy shit that I do now when I go out and record is because of you. I think you're part of my inspiration. Hence, when I went to that abandoned house in Opelika, where there was 3 people that were murdered, shot in the back of the head, execution style, which I think it had something to do with the cartel. I walked into the abandoned house, the stash house. So yeah, salute to you, Erica. I think I got the courage from you. Kate, thank you for the stars, 200 stars. Appreciate you. Thank you, Facebook. And Kate, 2 times. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yo, it's amazing to me. These people don't give a fuck. Where's all the crazy outrage? Where is all the media, CNN, Fox? Where's all the outrage? And the Me Too movement, because we all know the Me Too movement is just for celebrities. It's not for regular people. It's a celebrity type of shit. Where's the outrage? Nowhere. This guy's identity is protected. Meanwhile, you can pay for some service, type in my name, and you find me online for a fee. And my address, my family, and everything else.
Rather long. We're trying to piece it together, figure out which ones of those were convictions and which one of those are still awaiting adjudication. As I mentioned before, we had 50 deputies.
Sound like you're running for some sort of position or something.
At least in the area. We had our bicycle unit out there. And when you have this many deputies, when you have this type of a response, you're able to go to every door. You're able to go and look for every video. And ultimately, we were able to get the tag number. I'm very proud of the efforts of the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, but I cannot help to think that this could have ended very differently. Had this 11-year-old victim not thought to fight and to just never give up.
And let's keep it real and a stack. Had the principal paid attention 2 weeks ago when She said there's a guy talking to me at a bus stop. I don't know if she told her parents or not, but I'm going to assume that she probably told her parents something. Had anybody paid attention? But no, you're all dismissive, like this little press conference. Chip Simmons is a Republican candidate. Let's find out. Who is Chip Simmons? Look at Chip Simmons. What is going on with you? Republican candidate for sheriff in Escambia County. Current chief of SEO retired. I mean, I don't want to direct my energy to him. He's not the perpetrator or whatever. It's just frustrating to me when I see this all the time. These people, especially California. Mel, do you want his? And Flossie sent it to me. I know you're the. I'm still trying to figure out a nickname, but you're the. I don't know. Yeah, send it. Whatever. Send it. If there's anything interesting, because sometimes I see these people talking, and you sound like a politician. You shouldn't sound like a politician when a child was there was an attempted kidnapping, and this person has a history of abusing a child. So right now I'm currently just kind of looking into the background, but you sound like a politician to me. The heck? Suspect in custody. Okay, we're going to keep playing this. I'm going to pull up some stuff in the background. I'll see if Flossie sends me some things.
Then this could have ended terribly. Why else do you think that this man stopped his van and tried to pick her up and take her into that van? It doesn't take a genius to figure out what his intentions were, but they were not good. So a life was saved. 11-year-old is doing okay right now. Some scratches, a little bit of mental trauma, but she and her mother are working through this. I told her mother when I talked to her that we are going to have every single deputy available. This was the #1 priority case. And within just a couple of hours, the men and women at Escambia County Sheriff's Office were able to identify the car, seize the car, and seize and arrest this animal.
Flossie, if you can I don't know if it's out on the internet yet, if you can find out, first of all, who the perpetrator is. Let's find out who this guy is, if it's possible to get images. If we can't get it on the live stream, then I'll post a different video separately, and we'll put his name out.
So that he will never be free to do this again. Now, we're also looking and talking to our partners to see if they have similar cases. Our concern is this wasn't his first try. As
no
you know,
shit!
From our earlier...
No fucking shit! Our concern is that it wasn't his first try. Really, motherfucker? Really? You guys literally just did it. He's abused another child. History of that. On camera, this little girl is attempted to be kidnapped. And now you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't add up to me.
Press conference, she talked to this. This man approached her probably 2 weeks ago. Made her feel uncomfortable.
2 weeks.
A sixth sense. She knew something was wrong. She went and told her parents.
It's not a sixth sense. It's common sense. It's not a sixth sense. Common sense. This little girl has more common sense than it seems like the parents maybe, or these supposed police people.
She went and told her teachers, told her principal.
So she did tell her parents and teachers.
And this man came back again. This is a man that needs to be off the streets. This is a man we got off the street because of the good work at the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Now, I do not want to jeopardize the investigation. We did want to do this press conference to let you know that we did have a suspect in custody. But what I don't want to do is jeopardize it, so I can't give you the name of the suspect yet. And the picture, we're still working on getting it over here. But because we want to get this information to you in a timely fashion so that the residents of Escambia County know that this animal is off the street.
It's amazing. This guy, whoever this is, has more rights and protections than like Derek Chauvin, right? Like with the George Floyd thing, we knew instantly. But if it involves a child, attempt like kidnapping or whatever, well, we gotta be quiet. I don't want to put that out there. We gotta be sensitive. First of all, I've never been to Pensacola, but I'm a little surprised. The heck is going on over there?
And we can once again applaud the efforts and the resilience of an 11-year-old girl. Any questions?
Jesus. And you know why this frustrates me? We're going to listen to the questions because sometimes the reporters, they ask good things. What frustrates me about this a little bit is that I think about like all the other situations where there wasn't a child captured on camera, where there wasn't surveillance video. For all these stories that the kids are still missing, you can look at the California situation with the Orson, whatever. I mean, there's just so many of them where there is no actual, you can actually see the child. Well, I don't know so much about that one, but when it's like a child is literally telling the teacher, the school, the parents, what, nobody believed it? Yeah, and I agree. The only people that need to be applauded is the 11-year-old girl that was brave and the person that had this surveillance video set up. Thank you. We appreciate you. We should pay their bill. I don't know if it's a subscription fee. We should pay their shit for the rest of the couple of years or a year or whatever. Thank you. Because had it not been for you and your surveillance thing and this thing set up, maybe they wouldn't have listened to this girl when she said, hey, somebody tried to kidnap me.
News conference that there was a lot of anxiety out in the community to not only do this little girl a service to serve and protect her family, but to other kids who intended on waiting out on the bus stop tomorrow morning. What's that like for you guys?
Well, again, it feels good anytime you get a violent criminal off the street. We all saw the video, the chilling video, 2 of them. We saw what is taking place, and when we see these things, we put ourselves and our own family in that situation. And we're concerned. We're concerned for our safety. This rarely happens. And that's why I said this morning that when I saw the video, I was just shocked that that happened here in Escambia County. But to be able to say to the community that we put this guy in jail. And
Flossie, what you sent me, is that the guy? Just give me a double check because I don't want to put his face yet. But is that the guy? And is that his name? I'm gonna listen to the press conference. I want to do a double check before I put it up, but just confirm for me.
He's going to stay in jail. It feels good. Our job is to protect our community, and the men and women that are around you here, they take that job very serious. Not for a second did they relax. Half these people didn't eat lunch. They worked throughout the day to make sure, because we understand that we only had a short period of time. We wanted to make sure that they didn't ditch this van, that they didn't leave town. And that's why what you see here is you saw an effort. You saw black paint on a silver chrome that wasn't fooling anyone. You saw the blue goo, the slime that's on the suspect that the victim had. You're not kidding anyone. We know who you are. We know you're an animal. And we also know you're under arrest.
You had mentioned the Betty Road address. Was that his home address making the arrest there in the van? Was that where this guy was living?
Yes, that was. But keep in mind, I was upstairs with our investigators, and they had names and vehicles and addresses.
Thank you for sending the story. You guys check out Leave It to Bieber's channel. I mentioned you earlier in the stream. Thank you, Bieber.
All over every board in our what I'll call our war room. But the Betty Road address was his home address. Yes.
Betty Road, yes,
sir.
Is the suspect talking at all, cooperating with the investigators? Is he answering any questions? And was he taken into custody without incident?
He was taken into custody without incident. He is not talking right now. He's preparing to be walked across the street to the Escambia County Jail. That's all he's doing right now.
You mentioned the girl mentioned this incident 2 weeks ago. Did the school contact you guys? Did the family contact y'all? And if not, what is the protocol for something like that?
This is the first that we heard about that today. I know that we're having some conversations with the school. Ms. Payne was here earlier, and you'd have to ask them about their protocol. I don't know that we were made aware. In fact, I don't believe we were made aware of the initial incident until it took place today.
Would you encourage people to report things like this, incidents that they make them feel uncomfortable?
I absolutely would. We talked a little bit about a sixth sense, something that makes you feel like you're not safe. And we would encourage parents to have that discussion with their children. We would encourage teachers to have that discussion with your students, principals to have that discussion with your teachers. And now is a great platform for me to say, talk to them about their own safety. And again, talk to them. And I mentioned it earlier, if the number one headline isn't fight, 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 like your life depends on it, then I don't know what else you should put in there. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
You said he will be charged. Has he been charged, arrested, booked?
No, he's not been booked. He is upstairs. He's not going anywhere. He is being prepared. We are working on the final the parts of the arrest warrant. And again, those charges are going to be attempted kidnapping, which we all saw, aggravated assault with a weapon, which is the knife, and then simple battery, which is the least of his concerns.
Well, what's your message to the young girl tonight? I know you spoke with her earlier, but if she's watching tonight, what do you want to tell her?
That you're going to be okay, that you have gone through something that fortunately no one should have to go through, and very few do have to go through. My message to her is that she's my hero. My message is that she did not give up. She did the right thing. She fought and she fought and she fought and she never gave up.
Yeah, listening to this kind of pisses me off a little bit. Let me close this off. I just want to first of all, let me thank really quickly to the people on Facebook because they're sending stars. Thank you so much for the stars, by the way, because things like, especially videos like this, are definitely going to be demonetized. And so Linz, by the way, Linz, I hope you're doing great. I appreciate you. I know you've been around for a while. I think you're crazy a little bit like me. Love what you do, Mel. Thank you for the 500 stars. Appreciate that. Phoebe Ray says, oh, Jesus Christ. All right, the chat, what she wrote says they should execute sexual predators, not lock them up, then let them back out. They teach BV in psychology classes that there is no cure for sexual predators. Interesting. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's interesting. They will continue to offend at every chance. We're going to look again. I'm going to play the video again for the people that had just joined. If you missed out, I'm going to play the video again of this guy coming out of the car. By the way, I have a StreamYard link that I'm going to put out in a second. If anybody wants to join, I don't know if I should do a phone number. If somebody wants to call in or somebody wants to give their thoughts or contribute to the video or whatever, you can do that too.
And then she went straight to her parents, which she should have done, told her parents what was going on, who in turn contacted the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, and we were able to muster 50 deputies in a really short time. And then we got the information out so quickly that we had our suspect trying to paint his car, because we, using our media partners, were able to get that information out as soon as we possibly can.
I was going to ask, what would your message be to parents going to bed tonight knowing they have to send their kids to the bus stop tomorrow morning? Is this sort of a good reminder to sort of re-go over that safety game plan at the bus stop?
I think so. I think that not just for parents. This is a good time for schools. In your classroom, if I was a teacher, I would say, hey, let's talk about your bus stop. Let's talk about, does anyone not feel safe at their bus stop? And I know that they do that. We have great teachers here in Escambia County. So my message to the parents would be, pay attention to what's going on. You don't have to really dig too deep into this to know what could have happened. If you saw the video and that doesn't shake you or wake you, then I'm not sure what will. One more question.
What again was that time, getting the man in custody?
Let's see here, about 6 hours later, we got the call about 7 o'clock in the morning. We mustered quite a few people. We had a press conference. I'd say probably within 8 hours, we were on this particular suspect, and we moved everyone to this. We had surveillance going on, not just the Betty Road address, but on.
We got a new member. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome. Which, by the way, for members, at the end of this stream, I'm going to explain to you. I have a special video coming out for you guys. So I'll explain the details behind that towards the end. Remind me, if I forget and I start saying, all right, guys, have a good night, whatever, and I don't say nothing, hey, iCkEdMeL, hey, you tripping. What do you got for the members? Remind me.
any other addresses as well. We were going to make sure that once we identified the suspect, he was not going to get away.
But that he was taken into custody, do we have a time on that?
I do be on the arrest report. It's probably going to be about 5 o'clock, something like that. Go ahead.
There's been a man booked in the jail named Hector Javier Calderon Madrid. Can you confirm that's the suspect?
No, that's not him.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And again, as soon as we have the photograph, we're going to put it on our Facebook page. And again, it's part of the continuing investigation, and we feel like if we
Yeah, that bullshit. All right. Escambia County. Let me check real quick. Do they have some sort of... And then we're going to play the video again for all the new people that just joined, if you missed out. It's really important to see this kind of shit, to know what's going on out there. Escambia County kidnapping. Got the video on. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tori, for sharing it. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's watch the video again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put out the phone line if anybody wants to call in. I'm debating. I think I'm gonna wait as far as putting the person's picture out because I'm not sure if this is the person. So I don't want to get the wrong person because that could be. Let me do this real quick.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show number and press pound. Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone number on YouTube and Facebook. I need to come up with a thing that just puts it on the screen. I'm going to figure that out after. Mess with that now. And by the way, thank you so much, Mary, for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. For members, by the way, you get the members videos and you get Discord access. We have video nights every Friday. And a lot of times too, sometimes I'll have inside information on stories and cases with things that I'm covering. Let me just see real quick. Let me put this on. Let's do it. Okay, the phone number is 954 something. I don't even know what it is. 954-787-3009 if you want to call in. Give some of your thoughts, your experience, or you just want to say, hey, whatever. I'm gonna do this. Let me do this real quick. Do this. Find the clip. History. Okay. And then we're going to rewatch the video. Lena, what's up? Katie says, I'm so baffled they aren't releasing his name. Yo, it's amazing to me. I don't know. Beer said, bro, I recovered my Cash App. I got you. Okay, thanks. Yeah. You know, YouTube takes their cut. I'm going to come up with a thing too. I'm going to do Subscribe Star. I'm going to figure something out so we can avoid the 30% cut that YouTube takes. But here, let's play this real quick. Yeah, I think for this we need a full screen. So for the people that just joined, we're going to watch it again. Let me take it back. So this is the vehicle this guy was driving, and supposedly they stated that he may have been watching her for 2 weeks. She even told the principal. She even told the parents. And I don't know what this little girl's situation is, but she's by herself. That's another thing you got to observe. It's not like she's at a bus stop with a multitude of kids. By herself. Right? Thank you for liking the stream. Our box, let me fix. I mean, to me, when I see this, yo, I mean, I've never known somebody to be into kids like that, but I have known males that are very desperate and thirsty, bottom feeders. And I can tell this guy, he's somebody skimming on the bottom of society. You got to be so thirsty and desperate to do this. And picking up your pants and running, your arms and legs are flailing. To me, right here too, it looks like he was hitting her. It looks like he was hitting her a couple of times. Trying to kind of get her to... He tries to carry her, they fall over. And he runs off. Little coward. Soft. Imagine that. An 11-year-old. And you're running, which I'm glad this happened. I'm glad she fought. Because I'm sure there's plenty, maybe, of girls that would have just got frozen and just went with it. These people, I don't care what mental health or whatever, yada yada, I don't give a fuck. If you're going to be trying to come up on my kid, they need to be locked away or housed in some gated, fenced area where they can't come out, and you just keep them in a community. Which, by the way, in Florida, there's a pedophile community. Maybe we can talk about that after. Or a sex offender community. This type of shit is like he might have done this before. He's quick with it, gets out. He was eyeing and targeting his... What did she smear on him? I don't know. They said that after this, he tried to paint his vehicle. Why would trolls be on? Is there trolls? I have to take a look and see. It looks like he's balding too. Yo, I hope one day I can get a sponsor for one of these companies that do videos and surveillance and whatever, the Ring or whatever. Hopefully one day I can get some sort of sponsor. We can get a discount. We need to do more of these cameras. There was somebody too not too long ago in my local area. I forgot. I know you guys told me about the Citizens app. There's the, I don't know, the Neighbors or whatever the hell they call it, and the Ring app. There was some guy with his penis out, walking house to house, like looking in the windows. When he said, "Can you slow down the video?" Okay, here, I could do something for you. Okay. What I'll have to do is record it and slow it down. It's not like YouTube, it's their embedded player. Okay. This is the kind of thing that I worry about, though, as far as like when your kids have to go to school and you're at work and stuff. Like, you know, do you have a choice? Do you hire somebody? Do you pay somebody? What do you do when your kid has to go to school and you have to be at work? The weird thing at this bus stop, I don't know if they live in a remote area, she's by herself. The other thing is that there's multiple cars going there. Beads off too. You can tell he's one of these people just like desperate, just she's here today. He's like writing it down in his little notebook. He probably has like a whole notepad of like notes and shit. Today, 7:01 a.m. She's back here again. Oh my god. I can look at this guy and tell he's a weirdo. All right, let me get the video back. Let's see. Let me delete my audio.
The old Piney Point phosphate.
And let's see. So you want it to play a little slower? Okay. Let's see if we can do it. Visual. Slow. We'll do half. Okay. And all right. It's coming. Oh, let me see if anybody called in. Oh, we got one call. Let me take the call while this works. I'm sorry, caller. I didn't see you. 704. How you doing? Where you calling from?
We're up in Carolina.
Hey, thank you for calling. Sorry, I didn't realize you called in, man. I didn't mean to let you hold.
No,
there.
man. I was listening to your breakdown of the video. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Answering everybody's questions. I think this just portends for young people being a little bit more aware. You can even see her getting up on one knee. He did get a hook on her, and got her around the neck. But man, that little girl, her instincts were up. Her fighter senses were up. And like you said, young man, this is a good chance to just teachable moments for kids to not be looking at their phones.
That's true too. Yeah. I do the same thing myself. You can get so caught up, not be aware. It seemed like she was on it.
Yeah, and I mean, if this guy painted his car, he's done this before. There was just never anybody to ever tell the tales. And he's gonna meet the right folks down there in Escambia's finest hotels down there in the county. And I'm sure they'll have a special treat for him.
Right.
But you can see him pulling up his pants, like a little nerd running across.
Yeah. You notice that too. He seems like that, like a kind of a weird. He's even almost like skipping back to the car.
Yeah,
and like
and
pulling
I
his
noticed
pants.
no socks on. So what a little freak wearing no undies and
no
socks, loafers. So good on her for getting away. And I think there's a lot more of these guys out there in America that we haven't tracked down yet. So.
Oh, for sure. And then what do you think about like supposedly like this guy might have been watching her for 2 weeks, and like she even told her parents and the principal, like.
We've heard these stories in Florida where the authorities just don't take any of these kids seriously. And I'm sure it's hard for these young people to speak up because they just, get ostracized and probably bullied if they say something like that.
Right.
So I'm so glad she was looking up, because you can notice when the guy goes by the first time casing her.
Right.
He picks up on that. And the minute, that's what got her up on her knees. When he came by the first time, she got perched up, and he didn't have any patience. He wasn't going to go wait and sit out for a minute. He came right back down to the U-turn and said, this is the perfect opportunity. So I'm just pleased, man, and want to thank you for all you're doing, and keep working hard, man.
Appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right,
Take
and
care.
see out.
All right, later, man. That was a good call. It's nice. Appreciate that. I mean, yeah, like you said, you could really just kind of take this for kids and for parents as a, like a PSA warning. It is a little frustrating to me when I think about like how many other kids were taken, and they told somebody or whatever, and nobody took them seriously. We just happened to catch this shit on camera. And the interesting thing too that he noted is how this guy. I'm gonna take the call. There's another call too. I'm gonna take you next. But this guy was like, watch him come out. Come out. She was paying attention because she knew this guy had been watching her for weeks. Comes out, he's running, like picking his pants. He's flailing his arms too, like who does that? No wonder this 11-year-old overthrew him. He's a weirdo. Jesus. And that's got to be traumatizing as hell. How do you go back to school? How do you go back to that bus stop? When something else happens to you the next time, how do you even trust that the people you told before are going to even take you seriously? How do you trust being out in public again? How do you trust or feel comfortable socializing? How do you have a relationship? And he actually, if you look close, it kind of looks like he is holding a knife there. I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom it in without messing it up. Maybe I can't. Let me see here, guys. I think it's kind of hard. He looks like he's holding something in his hand. That little girl was brave, man, because I've known a lot of people to freeze when shit happens, and you can't fault people for that. People react differently. Her reaction saved her life. Who knows what the hell would happen? She might have been in some dungeon, killed, or whatever. There was somebody. I'll see if I can pull up the story. A friend of mine sent me a story about this girl. I forgot where, Oakland or somewhere, where she had some troubles with her parents, and she runs away. You know, she's pissed or whatever. She runs away, and some guy like picks her up, kills her, rapes her. Her body's found the next day. Or how about the kid in Miami? I think he survived. There's some crazy rapist dude from some other country that came here. He did the same thing in his own country, and he comes. Oh, let me come to America. Comes to America. He starts doing the same weirdo shit here. He shoots. I forgot what it was. The kid was walking out late at night. I think he was going to his friend's house or coming from his friend's house. And this weirdo guy, I'm gonna try to find the picture. I'm gonna try to find the picture of this guy, because once you see his picture, you're gonna be like, wow. And he gets the kid in the car. The kid's fighting with him. The guy shoots the kid and like tosses him out the car. And if you look at his Facebook, he seems like a nice guy. His mugshot, he looks horrible. Let me take 502. How you doing? Where you calling from? Thank you for the call.
Hey, Mel.
Hey. Who's this?
You're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
This is Bria.
Bria, hey, thank you for calling. How you doing?
What's up?
Appreciate you.
Nothing. Appreciate you too. I just been missing in action, and I had some time today, and I thought I would just log in, and I'm glad that I did. So.
Thanks. Do you have any
I
kids?
just want to say, no, I have animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have animals. So.
What kind of animals?
I mean, they really need Social Security numbers. They do. So, 2 stray cats it's a long story.
Oh, you're one of those. You're taking all the.
Them in.
I don't mean that disrespectful, but I have a friend like that too. That's into the cats and like they want to help all the animals.
Well, so the girl I found her like on the side of a road. She had been hit by a car and her pelvis was broken. So that was just kind of like, I had to do that. And then I got a dog from the pound. Gonna be put to sleep. So.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing.
So what do you think about this whole situation with the little girl, 11-year-old,
oh my God,
dude creeping for 2 weeks? All the time in the world. She's telling the parents, she's telling the principal, whatever. She's out there on her own.
You know what? She's smart. She's smart, yeah. She knew his energy was off. I'm sure her instinct kicked in, and she didn't ignore it, and that's the best thing. She's a survivor. It's like, I want people to definitely feel bad for her situation, but give her credit for being that,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because a lot of kids be on like phones, they are just, doing TikTok dances here, there, in the public, not paying any kind of attention. And this little girl knows she's she's not in the best place. Like, I have to travel to places like that for work sometimes, and it's desolate. Look at the background. Those are woods in the background. Probably, that he could have easily took her somewhere.
Right.
And he's practiced it, or he's thought about it. He might be, he's lame just because he didn't. Thankfully for her, he wasn't successful, but he's probably plotted this before. He looks like the type that would, try to practice this before he actually does it. And then he's seen an opportunity where no cars were coming around. You just got to pay attention to his actions. There weren't any cars coming around. There weren't another car coming either direction.
Yeah, he seems like he has some sort of impulse control. He can't
Yeah,
control
and
his
he sit
impulse.
there
He's
for a
just very
second.
just like, like one of those
Yeah,
people. He look.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Creepy. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of her for it. Shame on everybody that didn't listen to her, but I'm glad she still
Yeah.
trusted her
Right.
own
Right.
gut in light of what everybody else said. So hopefully, all everybody does that. And I got to give her credit because, like you said, a lot of people will freeze. They just freeze because they just can't believe.
Right.
I watch scary movies. A lot of people just they can't. They freeze up.
Oh
They don't know
yeah.
what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hindsight's
she
always
like,
20/20.
but she, you know what? But most people don't get 20/20,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and it's
Exactly.
we don't get the hindsight. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't get the 20/20 when it's going on, before it's going on, and then some of them don't make it to the hindsight. That's kind of another reason I was calling you too. So I think at some point, even though I can tell you're like focusing on Florida, I really wish you would just take a random look into the Delphi murders. Like sometimes I have to travel up that way for work, and I mean I just kind of like pass through, but it's so eerie.
Delphi
I
murders.
really think you should. Yeah, the Delphi murders. It's these
Okay.
two little girls, and Abby and Libby, and like it's really good. I don't want to tell you because I just kind of want you to do your own
Okay.
research, but it would
Yeah, I
be.
might check it out. Yeah.
I think it's
I'll pull it up.
interesting, and they got a video. You know how you do the voices? Oh my God! So it's like this girl Libby was like just as woke as this little 11-year-old, right? Like she's just that conscious of
Mm,
everything of her surroundings, and it's like this little girl's the same way, and it's like
mm.
they think that she recorded or she got on her phone, her potential killer's voice, and you can hear it on. I think they've called it the Snapchat murders. Have you heard of it?
I pulled it up now, but I haven't heard of it. So I'm probably gonna
Oh,
take a
okay,
look at
okay,
it. Yeah,
okay.
I was actually talking to
Don't do
Flossie about
it.
it. Well, I was talking to Flossie about
Yeah.
Tinder because there's a bunch of Tinder murders. I didn't even know about this. There's a bunch of people like horrible, gruesome stuff of these people and I think it's the accessibility and the time that we're in. If you're a nut
Yeah.
job and you need to do some shit or whatever, you can't wait. Just like this nut that tried to kidnap this child. Oh, well, I got
Yep.
Tinder. Let me just go on Tinder. Hey, yeah, I got it. Just pull somebody
Yeah.
up. There's a bunch of murders and deaths through that Tinder and other dating apps. It's interesting. So I might get
Oh
into
my
that
God.
sometime.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even if you don't do that on the main channel, do it on the Discord. Like I know
All right.
sometimes I'm late and coming in at the end of something, asking a million questions, irritating everybody else because y'all
That's
not
fine.
ready to discuss everything else. But yeah, like do it. I needed a break today, so this is like perfect. So I don't know what's going on with
Thank
YouTube
you.
because now it's saying
What's
something
this?
went wrong, but we're
Oh,
going to submit a report for it. Yeah. But yeah, good talking to you as always.
thanks. Yeah, I think
Just
I might
think
have got
about it.
disconnected.
It's
I'm not sure.
different.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm connected.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right, Bria. Good
Okay,
talking to you
good.
too. I'll see you on Discord because I know you're a Discord
You
member.
too,
All right.
sunshine. You
Thanks.
know it.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Thank you, Bria. Appreciate that. There's one more caller that might call, and we're gonna see my crazy friend if he calls in. Got a limited time, sir. So let me play this Miami guy real quick. Somebody, Sin told me it's buffering. How's it looking for you guys? Is it buffering or is it smooth? Refreshing. I have. All right. It looks like I might be buffering. You guys tell me, is it buffering for you guys? Before I take this call. Yeah, I wonder what happened. What's buffering? You canceling me. You guys let me know. Let me pull up myself on YouTube also. We'll do a little check before I take this next caller. Oh yeah, it says attempted error occur. An error occurred. Please try again later. What? My stream.
Fort Lauderdale. We were.
Let's see if it starts up. Yeah, something might be going on with YouTube. I don't know if it's me or YouTube. Wow, I can't. Oh, I think it's messed up. The stream's messed up. Okay, let's do this. Since YouTube wants to play, the stream's messed up. do this. You know what? Let's send everybody to Facebook. How about that? You guys don't got it together? Okay. And what we'll do is we'll wrap it up since it's over already. I wonder if they shut down this video. Maybe I said too many words, keywords. Well, it's not allowed, iCkEdMeL. How dare you talk about somebody that's kidnapping a child? That's not allowed. No Facebook? Oh, okay. Yeah, for the people that can, let me do an audio test. I would say come to Facebook. Let me do a quick audio check. No Facebook? Oh, okay. Yeah, for the people. Okay, good. For now, we're going to end the stream. Something's up. I don't know. YouTube just got taken down. Sorry, YouTube. That's a little disappointing, man. All right, let me do this. Aripetos Sipos Santos. Yeah, YouTube just failed. That sucks. Okay. 954.
What's up?
What's up, man? Hold on 1 second. I want to record this because YouTube just went down on me. I don't know what happened. And so I want to record the conversation. Pull myself up here. Full screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so for the people that are watching, I guess we're going to have to end. We're going to do this last call, and I'll post this to YouTube after. Something happened with YouTube. I don't know what's going on. And all the indicators are telling me that my connection's fine. Okay. All right, go ahead, man. So tell me, what do you think about this whole situation? This insanity.
About the young girl that almost got kidnapped?
Yeah, did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
What do you think?
That's crazy, man. What was that? Like, she was waiting for the bus, or like, was it like after school, before school?
So she was waiting for the bus. And 2 weeks ago, she had told her parents, apparently, and she told her friends that, like, hey, there's some guys trying to talk to me at the bus stop. And I guess nobody took it serious because then now this dude tried to make his move.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that street looked kind of like a busy street. It looked kind of a lot of cars.
That's what yo, for real. I saw a lot of cars going by. I thought that was so strange. Dude was desperate on a quick limb, taking a chance.
And he had a knife? Did it look like he had a knife?
Yeah, it looked like he had a knife, and they said he had a knife too. Oh, so everybody on Facebook, apparently YouTube put out a message. We're having issues uploading and watching videos on YouTube, including live streams. Oh, okay, that's what happened.
Wait, you think that YouTube was too much like messages or some shit?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just think, I don't know, man, because, you know what I'm saying, like, sometimes, like, some parents, like, you know, they work in the morning, so they just used to, like, just dropping their kid off, and it was like, all right, bye, you know?
Right.
But, I don't know, like, girls 11 years old, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, that's kind of like a creepy thing that he was watching the bus. I never experienced no, but when I ever took the bus, never ever experienced anything like that. Also, like, watching the bus, I never experienced a park, also, like, my bus stop. So anybody could be hiding there and walking the dog, or, you know, feeding the dogs, you know, playing it off or something. But I don't know, it's just that, I don't know, that was like a it's kind of odd, bro. That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like these bus stops, they could just like. I don't know if you ever took the bus, but they could be in a random place, bro. Like it could be in a corner, it could be here, it could be there. And like, my opinion, I think a bus stop should be where there's cameras. Not cameras like neighbors' cameras or you know what I'm saying? I mean like actual, this is a bus stop for school, you got to pick up the kids right here. Because you just dropping these kids off randomly. You don't get kidnapped, they get ran over, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we're putting our kids like, you know what I'm saying, like in these predicaments to be adults, like crossing the street. And, you know, I know it seems easy to cross the street, but I don't know, man. You know, like recently there was a girl in Miami that just got ran over. They looked for the car. They found the car.
Is there anything
But
new with that?
I don't know. They found the
car?
Yeah, they found the car. They found the car supposedly abandoned. But I'm gonna put myself like, if I ran the person over, if I park the car there, I'm gonna take the tag out. I'm gonna take everything, my registration, everything. You know, so it can make them to take another day to investigate who the fuck car is this. But they're gonna get who car is that, bro, because you just can't leave your car, you know, just stranded like that. Even if you take your tag out and everything, they're eventually gonna find out who car it is.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. We're putting our kids, and the girl was 16 years old, supposedly jogging. Like that's what I'm saying. At 6 in the morning, like I told her, I even if my kid is a fucking athlete and running to Olympics, man, I can't put the kid at 6 in the morning running, bro. At 16 years old, man. Nah, that's
Yeah, I'm getting a glitch on YouTube, man.
When I went to school, obviously, you know, I live in Florida, so, you know, Florida is, you know, every race and everything. I always went, you know, in a group. You know, I think that's probably the safest thing to do, bro. Go in a group, bro.
Well, that's what I thought was kind of weird. I don't know why. What kind of bus stop is that she's there by herself?
That's what I'm saying. It could be a bus stop that's literally in front of her house, you know, and it's like all it takes is seconds, bro. That you get kidnapped.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Or you know, like I always say, think outside the box. You know, you never know. Maybe the bus driver's in there. He'll be like, hey, you know, instead of going over there by 163rd, go to 164 better, you know, because, you know, you're literally the only person I pick up, you know, and okay, you know, you don't think nothing, and you putting the girl in like in a corner, and then somebody else kidnaps her, but you literally told the girl to go in that corner. So like, I don't know how to explain it to you, bro, but you know, it's just like I said, bro. We're putting our kids in these predicaments, the bus stops, and all this shit. We gotta have more surveillance in this shit. But now that the kids are going to school, my opinion, there's gonna be more people out there preying on these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, "Fuck, I'm in school, man. I was used to a whole 2 years at home, man. I want to go back home." And they're gonna be trying to escape and all that shit. I hope nothing happens, man. But I just think we just gotta time. You know, I know I was a kid, and you know, I don't want to get, you know, watching all that about my parents and security guards in school. But you have to, bro. You have to, man.
That's what I worry about when my daughter has to go to, like, I don't know, middle school and high school. And I mean, hopefully at that time I can do YouTube full time, so I can drop her off, whatever, pick her up. But if I'm at a place, that's what I wonder with parents. Like, if you're working at a place and you have to be at work, what do you do when your child's going or coming to and from? And like you said, maybe it's just that whole thing where hopefully they should be in a group, or you can pay somebody, some sort of babysitter or somebody to come pick up the kid or drop him off. I mean, to me, honestly, bro, if had Maddie come up to me and said some shit like, "Hey, daddy, some guy came up to me at a bus stop," there's no fucking way.
I'm a big
All right,
shit.
baby. Well, I'll see you next time. Good luck. Bye.
Hell no.
No fucking way.
You bet I'm gonna have that AR right
I'll
there.
lose my
sniper,
job.
Whatever the fuck.
I'll lose the fucking job, yo. Fuck out of here. But what I noticed too is some people and some parents. What I noticed about some parents too, because I've been, I go out in public, I go to the park, or I go to these little events, and what I notice is that some parents are very liberal. And what I mean by liberal is like they'll let their kids go with anybody. They'll let their kids go stay wherever. Oh, you could watch my kid? Okay, I gotta go do this. And they just disappear. Or I've seen situations where they just on their phone and just rely on whoever's there to watch their child. I've seen some crazy stuff. So I don't know, man.
Yep, I agree. And I don't know. I just think we, as parents, gotta be more alert, man. Saying that, I know, your little girl, your little boy is growing up, and you seen the maturity. Like, oh man, he can stay at his house by himself, but shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, like. I bet you that guy that's been watching all that shit, the bus and all that, he probably was just targeting the bus. He probably was targeting that area. He probably was like, damn, man, he probably lived around there, and he probably seen it through his window like, damn, man, there's a lot of kids there, bro. And then, like you said, the motherfucker got thirsty.
He looked
and
desperate. I've seen that type of shit, which is regular guys, man, just around women. I mean, the guys that can't contain themselves, desperate, like they've never been interactive with a woman before. He seemed desperate, man. I don't know if he got some sort of mental issue. Maybe he's on some sort of substance. Impulsive. Just reacting. But he's not that impulsive because he has been watching her for 2 weeks, and so maybe that was his moment. He thought, just grab her,
yeah,
pull
but
her.
to me, a person that's been watching for 2 weeks, one, you know how to control your hunger. Because you've been starving and watching your prey, like a fucking lion, ready to attack his fucking prey, just watching, and when you're ready to attack, it was your moment. So what I think is, if he's been praying for 2 weeks and just watching, he's probably been doing this shit before, bro. He probably has records before of this, like prior records, and
they say he has prior records. They say he has a prior record.
You see?
Even child abuse. The only thing I don't understand about that too,
and strategizing,
what
basically.
I noticed with multiple stories, just in my personal experience, a lot of times to me it seems like they protect the perpetrator and the criminal more than the victim. It's like the criminal has more rights than the victim. That's what sometimes I see. And this kind of thing, catching it, I think it's kind of like a rare moment that we get to see. I mean, you can go online, you can find a kidnapping video, but like this failed attempt type of shit, had this guy been a little bit stronger, a little bit more forceful, maybe had a different weapon, and that girl definitely, had she just given up, or had she not fought back or struggled, he would have taken her.
All right, so let me ask you this. So let's say the scenario is that he takes it, right? God bless you, he didn't. But let's say he took her, right? So what? What you gonna do? You basically gonna have sex with her and just drop her right back off? No, you're gonna keep her captive, right. And who knows what he would have done? Because obviously he don't want to get caught. So the least scenario is letting her go, but the most likely scenario is him finishing her off and get rid of the body. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want to get caught, having sex with a young girl, you know what I'm saying, and as a predator, a sexual fucking sicko, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I give this girl mad props, and no, man, I just think parents need to be more alert, bro, when they go take their kids to school now this year coming up, man.
Right. And also, too, because I mean, I saw people driving by. I mean, I guess that was before because they took the video back. But like, if you see some crazy shit going on and you're a parent, at least report it. I posted that video yesterday where there was like a road rage incident, and the woman with the camera, she was talking to the child. Hey, baby, it's okay. And she's trying to tell her dad, like, hey, stop worrying about the fight. Worry about your child. But the guy was more concerned about the fight. And so sometimes it might take somebody on the outside just kind of being vigilant,
You didn't see also that case, that Florida case about like it was like a congressman that he was just doing the same shit as Jeffrey Epstein. Just he hired a 17-year-old girl, and then they would did sex with her, and then he was putting the 17-year-old girl down with other dudes, like other big. You didn't hear about that?
No, which story?
Let me find this shit.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Yo, let me put you on hold for a second because there's been somebody that's been on hold all this time.
Go
Let me
ahead.
put you on hold and I'll
Call.
take you back. Yeah.
All right.
Let me get this caller. 914. Taking you in. 914. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello, my friend. This is Dra Latina.
Oh my God, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since I heard your voice. Hope the family's good.
I know.
Crazy times.
Well, it's been crazy times with the COVID and working on the front line. It's been crazy, but you know, I do listen a lot, but I haven't had a moment to call in or anything. But I did want to. Is that the doctor that was just on? You put on hold.
No, that wasn't the doctor. No. That's a personal friend that I know. No.
Oh, this guy that's calling right now. I totally agree with him. I think number one that these bus stops. I think safety numbers. What I don't understand. Now I'm thinking about it. You know, we have all these rules about. You know, even young people can't work after a certain hour, and they have to be chaperoned. But we have no problem at 7 a.m. putting an 11-year-old alone at a bus stop. I mean, I'm not blaming the parents because I think the parents, as parents, and I can speak for myself as a single parent, it was tough because you know, work wanted one place and my kids had to be somewhere else. It's tough, but it seems like our society really does not really care about our children in a way that they would just allow these kids to hang out at a bus stop and be victimized potentially. So I agree with the gentleman that was speaking. The only other thing I wanted to mention, the only other quick thing I want to mention to you is, this is a silly reason for calling, Mel, but how do you, I've never been on Facebook until just now when the YouTube went down. How do I give you stars? How does the person give stars?
Okay. And by the way, Facebook came back. Not Facebook. YouTube. YouTube came back.
I mean, YouTube.
I don't know what's going on. YouTube's been having. They had some sort of. It wasn't me. They had like some sort of server issues. I think it's back up because now it looks like it's buffering again. But the stars on Facebook. Facebook just enabled the option for me recently, and it's the same thing like a super chat. Where
do you find it? Where do you find it?
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. Yo, the Facebook people.
Can write in and let me know.
Can anybody on Facebook let me know?
Yeah, maybe somebody can write it. Okay, the other thing I really wanted to quickly mention to you is I've been following your episodes or your lives and non-lives on this poor Maricela Botello.
Oh my God. We haven't spoken in a long time, but if we talked off air, you would be. Your mouth probably already dropped, but if you knew the shit that I could tell you, I can't say it now, your mouth would drop. There's so much more. Yeah, there's so much more I just don't, I can't say.
Yeah. We'll have to have a combo at some point. But let me tell you something. The whole story is bizarre.
Right.
It's bizarro. And these two women, one of them is an attorney in Dallas, and I mean not Dallas, but in Florida, and works for the New York Housing Authority. The whole thing is whack, man. But I just wanted to give you kudos and props for your outstanding coverage. I've been watching, and you've done an excellent job.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And that's all I have to say, my friend, for right now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call. I hope you're doing well. Hope the girls are doing well. All right. Take care.
Thank you. Yes, we'll be in touch. Bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless.
God bless. Yeah, you guys on, I guess whenever you have a chance, somebody on Facebook, let me know. Or I'll do it after the stream. I don't want to focus too much on it now. Because I don't even know how to do it. How do you send stars? I don't even know how to do that shit. Facebook just enabled that for me, which is nice because the live streams on Facebook, I can't monetize them. I think you have to have like, I don't know how many people watching. YouTube to me still looks like it's acting funny. Does it look smooth to whoever's on YouTube? It still looks like they're having issues. Let me type in that. Is it buffer? I wanted to play one more video for you guys, and then we'll call it a night. How far are we in this? An hour and 25 minutes? I wanted to play this. This video to me was just... Let me bring Sylvia back in. Hey!
Yo.
Yeah. So you're back on, man. I think I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's on, off, whatever.
I found his name.
Who?
The guy I was telling you about. What is he?
Okay.
He is something with, I don't know, the government, I guess. He's a Republican.
Okay. Yeah.
His name is Matt Gaetz. Like Gaetz. And Goots, some shit like that. Yeah, man, so you know what I'm saying? I agree with, with the lady that called you, brother. You got rules for all this stuff with kids, man, but, we put in these kids at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Sometimes we put in them at 5 in the morning because they go to charter schools and all this shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's just ridiculous, bro. This shit's fucking...
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to call it a stream because we're having issues on YouTube. Something's going on. I'm going to play this one video, and then we're going to call it. So, yeah, I'm going to hit you up after the stream. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you calling.
Sure, bro.
And if you have a chance, if you're chilling out, listen to this video I'm about to play.
All right.
All right, cool. Man. All right, we'll talk.
Take care, bro.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm going to get off of this stuff. I really don't think it's me this time. I know you guys are always here for my problems and stuff. I really don't think it's me this time. I think it's YouTube. And this is why I'll tell you this too. Literally, if you go to Twitter, trending right now is YouTube down. It's not me this time. YouTube's down. Let's see. YouTube down. Everybody's saying YouTube down, man. This is the first time I gotta say, yo, everybody go to Facebook. That's incredible. You're losing out on business. Everybody go to Facebook. Let me show you what I'm looking at. No, the trend is YouTube down. YouTube is so bad right now that I actually let the ads run so I have something to watch. Damn. YouTube's down, my friends. And so do I. I'm gonna Krista said, what's the call-in number? I hung up the line, but I'll call back in for you, Krista, if you want to have some commentary. Or I could just call you directly, right? I think I have your number. I think I can call you directly on Google. You just leave it at that. YouTube is so bad that the video that I was trying to play you is a YouTube video that's been embedded on Twitter, and so it's not playing. YouTube is screwed right now. So once again, before I play this video, I'm gonna link you guys. Yeah, YouTube is done. Facebook stock's increasing. And so do I. I wanted to hear that song, so I might not be able to watch this video. Can I watch?
Things to me.
Okay. So, Krista, let me know if you can hear me, if you're still there. Jesus, this thing is messed up. I'm gonna do this one video. And I was gonna say I hope that he doesn't copy claim me, but with YouTube being down, they won't catch it. All right, so Chris, I'm gonna play this video first, and then I'm gonna call you. All right.
All right, Tyrone. Where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago. And tell me about your family. You had both your parents when you were a kid?
Well, I was with my parents, but Pops was never around. He was alcohol.
So this one, okay, by the way, the YouTube channel is Soft White Underbelly. This channel is just, I think the content is pretty good. It's amazing. The stories are just kind of like heart-wrenching. I can't watch this kind of stuff all the time. But this guy, Tyrone, where he says the boogeyman is real, yo, this story, I almost cried. Almost. It hit me kind of hard.
Workaholic. Mom's was just kind of quiet. You know what I'm saying? Quiet and just seemed like she was lost, because I was lost. They used to always take me over grandma's house. I used to go over grandma's house when I was a kid, 5, 6 years old. And I stayed with grandma all the time. There wasn't no TV in our house. You know what I'm saying? And this man used to always come over there. See, my mother is my father's second wife. See, when my father, when I got older and I was looking at the birth certificate, Daddy was like 45, Mama was 21. So Daddy had kids before from his first wife. So that's gonna end up in my story because, you know, I'm gonna tell you the boogeyman really exists. Now this man, I was over grandma's house, this guy used to always come in and beat grandma up. Grandma used to always have black eyes. And then I used to try to save grandma, and he used to beat me up and throw me in the next room, and he did whatever he did with grandma, I just hear her screaming. But then he would come over there with me and do things to me. And this went on for a while, now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And nobody never said nothing. I want to know, did Daddy know? Mama wasn't gonna say nothing, Mama was quiet anyway. But I wonder, you know, did Daddy ever know me? Because Daddy, he used to always come get me from grandma. I used to go over every day. But you would take me back every day. Because Daddy had worked and Mama did whatever she did at home, if she stayed home. And his things, he was kept doing his things to me, and I kind of seemed like it was kind of normal. I was kind of, you know, like looking forward to things like that.
Sexual things.
Sexual things, you know? But see, I was a kid, I didn't know.
Started at 5 years old?
You know what I'm saying? 5 years old.
Let me do this. In case this fails, I think this guy has a Facebook also. Boogeyman. Yeah, YouTube is done for tonight. Blame it on the Russia hackers, I guess. YouTube's done. Finished. Software underbelly. So I can get this video, I think, on his channel. Don't worry about it. I got this, man, okay? Give me a second. I'll find it for you. We're going to get this shit, okay? One way or another, we're going to figure this shit out. All right. Oh, shit. Maybe he doesn't have the video on here. Boogeyman. Gotta have it on here, though. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Damn, this video would have been so a good end to what we were watching, because I thought it kind of correlated with maybe people not listening to. But the video's not on Facebook, I don't think. Let me try one last search.
All right, Tyrone.
Did Daddy know? Mama wasn't gonna say nothing. Mama was quiet anyway. But I wonder, you know, did Daddy ever know me? Because Daddy, he used to always come get me from grandma. I used to go over every day. But you would take me back every day. Because Daddy had worked and Mama did whatever she did at home, if she stayed home. And his things, he was kept doing his things to me, and I kind of seemed like it was kind of normal. I was kind of, you know, like looking forward to things like that.
Sexual things.
Sexual things, you know? But see, I was a kid, I didn't know.
Started at 5 years old?
You know what I'm saying? 5 years old. And it's like, following me, playing, doing things to me. And it's time like that, I wanted that type of attention from a man.
Wow.
And I'm not saying I just wanted that attention. You know, when I was a kid, it just seemed like it was the thing to do, to have a strong hand around me or touching me. And I didn't know, and I would always wonder. And as time went by, this man kept showing up. You know what I'm saying? I was getting, and he was coming over to the house, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? And he would stay over at the house. I go, what is this man? You know, they was all, but nobody said nothing. I never said nothing because I was too scared to say something. But I enjoyed him being around. You know, and he would eat. You know, he would stay over, but he would come in my room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, late night. You know, and sometimes I come in the room, he be sitting at my, you know, playing with my games and tell me to come over. In my room, and I sit right next to him. It seemed like nobody didn't know nothing, or nobody didn't care. I don't know. I was a kid. But I believed at that time everything was all right. It was the thing to do. You know? And you know how they say the boogeyman? It was under your bed and then in the closet when you was a kid. That's all we had was the boogeyman to be scared of. You know what I'm saying? So when I would come in the room, I kept coming in the room. So as time, the lights was always off, but it was only a little corner with a light in it with my game. And when I come in, I just go straight over there. Yeah, if he wasn't at work, he was drunk somewhere. The day was a workaholic, alcoholic. And Mama didn't say nothing anyway, so. You know, back in the day, a woman stayed in her place. You know, don't say nothing. A man paid the cost to be the boss. That's how I was when I grew up. The kids is not to say a word, seen but not spoken. And that's how it was. You know, as time went by, it's just, whatever happened, it was supposed to be normal. But was I normal or was I abnormal? Was I insane? Was I, sane? I don't know. I was so confused. And this man just kept on being around. You know what I'm saying? And he was about as old as Mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna keep going. He was old as Mama and nobody said nothing to him because he was always around. I'm like, but every day when Daddy did go to work, they would take me to Grandma's house and he ended up coming over to Grandma's house. Grandma even knew him and would let him in. I'm like, man, what's wrong? What's happening, man? I'm just confused about this man because everybody seems like it's all right with him. So I'm trying to be all right with him. But the things he's doing to me, I guess it's all right. Because ain't nobody else said nothing. Ain't nobody said a word. So
for the people just joining, by the way, thank you. And I think it's only people on Facebook. YouTube is down. It's trending on Twitter. YouTube, I don't know what happened with their servers. Shit's down. But we've almost been streaming for 2 hours, and we're already at the end of the stream. There's this story that I just wanted to share, separate from what happened to this little girl, which thank God she's okay. This story to me, I just thought this story was so deep. And he told this story on the channel called Soft White Underbelly. And his name is Tyrone. And he said the boogeyman is real. And he's basically telling a story about how when he was a kid, he was always wondering, like where's Daddy at? And why is nobody saying anything? And he's telling his story about being sexually abused. And like he thought it was normal and questioning himself. And he's just kind of lost and nobody ever standing up for him or intervening or nothing. So that's where we're at.
He was.
I just thought this story was kind of interesting because it's important to somebody to say something, because it made me think with this little girl. I know it's like two worlds apart of a story, but at the same time, it's like supposedly she told the principal, and supposedly she told the parents, and supposedly it's like, so why she had a bus stop by herself if this guy's been watching her for 2 weeks? This guy has a whole history of, using a child or whatever with the other story. And so we're ending off the video on this. Oh, Brody, hey, what's up? Brody said YouTube is back up. I don't have faith in YouTube tonight, man. I don't know. If you say it is, okay, we'll see. I'm going to check, keep an eye on it. But YouTube has been wilding out tonight. Wilding out.
At the table, he would eat, he would do everything.
I think it is
like
back up, you're right.
He was he was part of the family. And as time went by, he was part of the family. He was my half brother for my father's first wife. And I never knew this. He, like I said, he was just as old as my mama. My pops left his first wife and ended up meeting my mama. Like I said, he was about 45, somewhere. Mama was 21.
Damn.
So when I looked at my birth certificate, when I was a kid growing up, I said, damn, I saw a big difference.
And just a FYI, this person, Software Underbelly, he usually interviews people in California. I forget the name of the place. I think it's Figueroa or something like that. It's a place, it's a forgotten place, I think, in California, where there's prostitution, people with drugs, people that have just had a rough ass life. He interviews them and he pays them for their time. And so he's one of the people that were being interviewed.
And as time went by, and when I got older, I'm like, and I found out that was...
I don't think it's Figueroa. I can't remember the name. There's some shitty place in California, which is probably a lot of the places, to be honest, because they let that place go to shit, the politicians, for a long ass time. And the cowardly citizens don't do anything. They just blindly vote the same shit over and over and over. And so you get the same shit over and over and over.
His first son, he's a junior. Because I wanted to realize why I wasn't a junior.
And that's why they're all running to our states now. Please stay over there if you're not going to keep voting the same shit.
I want to be like my daddy. I want to be a workaholic. My pops, rest in peace, stayed on his job for 47 years. Same job.
Man.
I could never do that. I could never do that. I want to be just like him. But my papa used to always tell me, well, you ain't your daddy. My daddy was strong. And I ain't had nobody to look up to. But this man who always gave me some attention. And
thank you, Lori. Skid Row, right.
Grandma was strong. Grandma did the best she could. She did the best she could. And you know what? Where I was raised, family and friends is very important to have in life. I'm real friends. You got to have them in life. They mean something. You know, they help you. They don't use you. You can go to them anytime you want to go to them. Nobody never look at you wrong. They're always trying to help you.
That's true, Katie. No one told him. Maybe I shouldn't interrupt. I should let it go. I'll read it after. You keep it going.
They always feed you. Always. Family. Family is very important to have, man. And friends that you grew up with from a kid on is family. You call his mama. That's how we were. But I had other things happening in my life when I was a kid. I ain't tell nobody.
La 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 la. Oh my god! La 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 la. Thank you. I needed that. Latino. Oh my god. I needed that a little bit because I've been trying to hold back. Oh my god. I was like, gee, I don't want to do this on stream. His story, I always remember his story. That's why I posted it on my community tab. That shit to me was just so deep. His story. Latina, thank you. This is deep, raw, and real. I have friends and patients who share these feelings from childhood sexual abuse. Yeah, I needed a little icebreaker anyway. Katie said something too. I thought somewhere. Oh yeah, she said something. Yeah, nobody told him what was going on wasn't normal.
And as time went by, man, I had to learn how to adapt.
Icebreaker.
I had to learn how to survive, you know? But right now, I'm just existing. I'm not living. I got a lot of shit inside me, man. And there's a difference between existing and living. Because when you're existing, you're just here. When you're living, you're enjoying life, man. You're enjoying life. And it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference, man. When I got older and realized who this man really was, man, you know, he was too old for me to even try to do anything to. And I wonder, at that time, why Daddy and his brothers didn't do nothing to him. Because I had uncles, but they were too slick and cool. They ran the streets. You know what I'm saying? They called my old man, rest in peace, his nickname was Hot. His brother's name was Johnny Cool. So man, they was some cool cats. But they had their own thing going on. And it wasn't me. But yeah, like I say, man, by the time I realized who this cat was, he was part of my family.
So how has this affected your later life?
Mbexi presents.
Damn, bro, that shit still gives me goosebumps. It makes me think of a lot of different stories and situations because, I mean, you could just Google search anything, any horrible situation, and where, you know, even for example, the mothers with the boyfriends, or they're killing the kids, or whatever. I mean, it seemed like he was just nobody ever stood up for him. You know, dad wasn't there. It seemed like working all the time, struggling with it. I mean, he looks like he's probably, I don't know, upper 40s, 50s, maybe. His entire life from some shit in his childhood. Oh, sorry.
To get close to kids.
This affected your later life?
Scared to get close to kids. You know what I'm saying? I have kids of my own. But we so departed that, you know, I get scared to come around. You know? I got some beautiful daughters. But when I look at them like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. My sons, but when I look at them, I don't know. I'm not trying to go there. I don't even try to put myself in that predicament, you know? I don't know because I didn't have the help that I really needed mentally. I don't know what type of help you probably need, psychiatrists, I don't know. I ain't had no help mentally. You know, pills won't do it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm 54 years old. I don't know.
54. Close enough, Kita.
I don't know. And I'm not the same to tell you I don't know. I'm still be trying to have some type of guidance somewhere, man. I'm still trying to keep an open mind to get guided. Because I know it ain't over, but I don't know. I don't want, man, I'm tired of existing. I want to start living, you know. And when you've been existing so many years, it's normal. Now it's hard to, I got to recondition myself. And that's an action word. Now I got to try to start living. Man, I got so many years in existing, it's gonna be hard to start living. Because I don't know how to live. So, you know, I'm just gonna say, I wish they would have listened to me when I said, it's the boogeyman in my room.
Boogeyman.
And they just thought I was joking. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, wow, boy. They didn't understand me, what I was saying. Because like when I was a kid, that's all it was the boogeyman you had to be scared of. So they thought I was just scared to go in the dark. Be in the dark room, in my room by myself. But they realized I wasn't by myself.
Ugh, Jesus.
You know? I don't want to drag along with my story, man. I just had to tell y'all what's kind of little happening with me. So, you know, mother, father.
Have you talked about this before?
Pardon me?
Have you talked about this with anyone before?
No, you know what I'm saying? You know, I might, you know, I don't talk about my issues with nobody because they label you, man.
You can't out here.
True.
They label you. They put a label on you. And then he gonna tell him because they want to be better than you. They want to feel better than you. So if I tell you something about me to help you feel better about yourself, to down me, you know, when I'm out there, man, I don't have, whatever you do, I ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't gonna help me, it ain't gonna hurt me. It definitely ain't finna get me off these streets. And it ain't gonna help the situation that I'm going through, because I go through things too. So why should I take on what you going through? Because I can't carry, I can't carry what I got. So how in the hell I'm gonna carry what you got? So I don't care what you do out there. Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. You know? Like I said, man, mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, if you got a niece, nephew, kid, son, whatever, daughter, if they say something in their room, they talk about the boogeyman, please go check. It just might be something in that room. They're not lying about. It might not be what they say, but it's something in that room. You need to check.
Daily Harvest. You make eating veggies so
fuck my
easy.
life. No. We're not doing this shit right now. I'm full screen. Oh, it's over. Fuck. Oh man, that was just so deep. Oh, shit got to me. I don't know. I could just hear that guy's his pain, man. And then I don't know. I thought like let me just kind of play it towards the end. As a whole thing too, because even just with the story that we started out with, you know, supposedly this girl told the principal, I don't know, and nobody listened. Now her situation, it's not as dramatic, you know, because she's alive or whatever. But you know, his story too is like him telling that he was telling his family, people, his friend. Nobody believed him. But it was just whatever. You know, sometimes as a parent, you just brush off your child or whatever. You don't take him as, maybe not take him as serious or whatever. So, yeah, just thought I'd end off on that. But yeah, this is one of those stories that stuck with me on this channel. Soft white underbelly. Let me put it over here. Get a bigger screen. Yeah, soft white underbelly. I don't. This is something I can't do all this kind of stuff every day. There's no way in hell because this shit is just way too depressing. But his story out of all of them so far that I've watched stuck out to me the most. I've watched a few of them. I haven't watched all of them because you could just feel it's just raw emotions, raw whatever. There's no faking it. There's no, you know. And you could tell there's probably a whole lot more he has to say. That's just the surface shit. But yeah, I think we're done. Thank you guys for joining tonight's live stream. Appreciate it. Even with all the little weird hiccups. Oh, and let me tell you, you guys were supposed to remind me, but maybe you guys didn't remind me.
For more than 300.
Or somebody forgot. The Discord video that I have coming up, not Discord, members video. The members video that I have coming up for you guys, the special video, is a video of a girl that went missing and she was found, right? And I posted the video on YouTube. That girl's aunt messaged me, started threatening me. Story of my life, right? Started threatening me. She's going to tell the cops, going to tell whatever, how to get my information. It's never that it's wrong. It's just that it's truth. And so she threatened me and all kinds of stuff with lawyers, whatever. The only reason I took it down, Krista, I think because we're at the end of the stream and it's 2 hours. I'll call you. I'm going to say what I'm saying. I'll call you for the stream and then we'll end it for there. But so this woman threatened me, all kinds of stuff. And I was talking to Flossie about it and I spoke to another person about it. The only reason I took that shit down was because it was an underage girl. And it seemed like there was some real shady shit going on and there was drugs involved. And I don't know if these people wanted their stuff back. And so I took that shit down just out of respect. I'm not going to have this girl's full name on the title after there was a drug situation where these people might want their drugs back, if it's true. Though the person that made all the threats to me, they were not sincere at all. They were just worried about optics. But I took it down just for that girl. And so what I'm going to do is I found the video. I downloaded it because I made the video private. I'm going to edit it, remove the girl's name, and I'm going to put the video back on members. It's a crazy ass story. And if you're one of the members that already saw that video, there was actually more to that story that I never put out. I believe the mother's dead. It was like a drug overdose and all this kind of stuff. Crazy shit. I got to go back and refer to some of my other stuff. And so I can almost see why that child had run away so many times. Look at the home, right? So I'm going to edit that video. That's going to be a member's video. I'm going to remove her name, and I'm going to remove the times that I said it throughout the video. I'm going to add some new information. I'm going to remove the locations. The mother's dead. Yeah. And we'll put it like that. We can still do the story. It's a story of a missing person that was found. And there's this whole drug situation supposedly behind it. And it was around the time another person went missing that we covered on this channel. And I spoke to a private investigator, and he's an amazing person. We have that video up on the channel. Flossie's just putting it all out. Flossie, we got to give them something for the members video. Flossie, we got to give them something. But yeah, thank you guys for all coming through in the super chats and the donations. And let me call. I said I'm going to call Krista. We'll call Krista real quick and then we'll end it. End it. Krista. Yo, I almost cried. Like my eyes started kind of getting red. I had to switch the screen. Like, no, I'm not going to do this right now. Like, hell no, I'm going to cry, man. No. They going to clip this shit.
Oh, where are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
It's not echoing. I turned off the stream.
Okay, great.
So,
yeah, I hear you clearly.
Okay. So when I first sent the message, I was on a whole different thought process. It was the lady had just called about, kids having to be home, curfews, work orders and stuff like that, but walking to the bus at 7 a.m. Right? You heard that lady?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it made me think, I had a really good friend up here who actually moved to Florida and her son was walking to his bus stop at like 6:45 in the morning, and it was rainy and dark, obviously, and he got hit by a car. Like, I just don't understand why buses can't pick kids up at their house, or why you should have to, close the door. Why they have to walk through a complex onto a busy street. So that was just my one thought. The second one was,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
with the video that you were just, playing and the stuff you guys were talking about. I sent you that article on, we had a principal of 17 years that just got in trouble, like in a town right next to mine.
I think I remember what town you're in. Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, I'm in
New York.
Gates, which is like out. This was in Hilton, New York, but 17 years as a principal, and now there's like abuse allegations.
Oh wow.
Like, I don't know. I think it's like 12 or 15 boys now, and that's just like
really?
Current. Yeah, that's
Jesus
like.
Christ.
It started with like 7 or 8 current students, and he's been there for 17 years. So now they're just, going back, and I'm sure getting calls daily. He's locked up, but yeah, how for 17 years he got away with it is beyond me.
Wow. I guess maybe being in a position of authority and trust, stuff like that. I don't know. There has to be some sort of negligence at the same time too. People just kind of.
Well, I think there's some lawsuits going on because, or at least, about to be. Oh, I know there's lawsuits about to be started because, you got a secretary right outside his office, and he's bringing in, students, at first in a group, and then, calling back 1 or 2 or 1 at a time and locking the door. Like, I worked at a school. I work at a school. You know what I mean? The door doesn't get closed and locked. So
it's kind of crazy to me. I don't know how people get that kind of confidence too. I don't know if it's confidence or what it is that you're in that kind of position that you're just gonna. It's gotta be. I don't know. It just mind boggles me. I don't even know if we can comprehend it, figure it out.
I don't think we can.
It's just
it's disgusting. And somebody was saying that really they think the only reason he got caught was because of the pandemic and school being closed down for so long that when they reopened, he got careless.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was it. That was just my 2 cents.
All right. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you calling in and sticking through.
Yeah.
All right.
See you next time.
Yeah. Anything anything with that story, the cash thing, or nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was just an article just stating that I don't know if the trial date is set, or court is about to go on. It was really just him and his accomplice trial something. I'll send you the article, but I think it was really just the dates being set. But that's it. That he's sitting in jail, and I think she is too. I don't know about the other guy though, because I know that he wasn't actually there. It was like his cousin or something. I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we'll have to talk soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Krista. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yep.
All right.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, cool. That was a good call.
Well, you look at that. We got a new member. Welcome to the dark side.
Yo, so thank you guys again. I appreciate all the support tonight. That was cool. Random last minute stream. Like I said, I have the members video. I'm working on the Alan White video, and I'm working on this other bizarre video that I started working on today. So I have a bizarre video coming out to I don't want to put it out yet, but it's coming out though. And there's just so much crap to do. And apparently too with least the bond papers are out. I mean, not the bond papers, but the ankle monitor stuff is actually out. So I think she has some sort of, Lena was telling me, some sort of whatever device. And they are allowed to communicate and all that kind of stuff. So just with each other though. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. Thank you for everybody, especially you guys that hung through YouTube's mess. I don't know what happened with YouTube. YouTube's mess. Appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Hi, Diana. You just have to hit join. I think you just have to, on the bottom thing, you hit join. I think on YouTube. I don't know how to do that. I think you, under the video, there's a join button. Join iCkEdMeL. The cool thing about the membership now, I think, is that we have Discord. I think it's kind of cool. It's a little community that we have there. So when you're watching my video, you just hit join. Is it join? Bang! I used to have 2 tiers, but there was all kinds of issues, so I just made 1 tier. You get the videos and Discord. You can get both or one, whatever you want to do. You want to see me? Matrix? Inception? Can we do Inception? Can we do an Inception? Inception. But yeah, take care. Take care. Peace. Good night. Bye. Bye.